Good afternoon, I'm Belinda De Lasheras with Hunter News. Key Newcastle Labor figures have come under fire for retweeting a potentially defamatory message on social media. Wallsend MP Sonia Hornery and former Newcastle councillor Marilyn Eade shared information online insinuating current Newcastle councillor Alan Robinson was set to be charged with break and enter over an incident on Saturday. It's been revealed councillor Robinson was not charged for retrieving an excavator plate from a private garage. State Opposition Leader John Robertson says Twitter is a form of communication which enables retractions.
You'll see in a lot of people's Twitter accounts that they'll actually say a retweet isn't an endorsement of a comment that is made. I'd suggest that the fact that this tweet was made and subsequently withdrawn is an acknowledgement that the facts were not right.
However, Labor MPs have today expressed more concern about the impact of the Abbott government's $7 GP co-payment on John Hunter Hospital. 19,000 additional patients are projected for the facility annually, prompting fears people will be unable to afford the fee, culminating in a 27% increase of presentations. Shadow Health Minister Walt Secord says New South Wales Health's modelling shows that one of the state's busiest emergency departments is about to get fuller.
$7 to people on a tight budget is a lot of money, and it'll make people think twice about seeing a doctor. So emergency departments will be flooded with people who have children with earaches, fevers, and asthma. Things that you should see your GP with, but they'll come to emergency departments and they'll be forced to do it.
The Socialist Alliance is calling on the state government to rip up contracts facilitating the 98-year lease of Newcastle Port, labelling the arrangement a tilt at privatisation. The Alliance insists there's no mandate for the sell-off and the city should be implementing strategic public ownership guarantees as it transitions away from coal exports. By-election candidate Stephen O'Brien says the decision needs to take recent ICAC findings into account.
You have to really look at this sale in the context of the very murky dealings that have been revealed by ICAC in the last few months. I think those grounds of the local corruption are sufficient for the Newcastle people and the state government to withdraw from the sale of this contract and rip it up.
But Regional Director of the Australian Property Council, Andrew Fletcher, says reneging on the deal could end up opening a Pandora's box in Newcastle.
Could bankrupt the state of New South Wales. I mean, that's how serious it is. It would put people out of work without the government leveraging their balance sheet. And the question for the Socialist Alliance is, if the government doesn't leverage its own balance sheet, then how do we pay for the infrastructure of the future? Money for schools, hospitals, roads, rail can't be got out of thin air. It has to come from somewhere.
Thousands of Hunter homes are about to become the first to benefit from fibre-to-the-node technology being rolled out as part of the national broadband network. Around 47,000 Newcastle homes and businesses are set to be connected, with 51,000 properties in Lake Macquarie to be switched on. Darren Rudd from NBN Co says the technology will be faster and more reliable.
The expansion of fibre-to-the-node technology is going to let consumers and businesses have more reliable, consistent broadband connectivity. This will enable them to not only have greater choice in terms of pricing, but in terms of the speeds they get to do the things they need to do by way of learning, by way of their business, and by way of communicating across Australia and across the world.
Now with sport, Sarah Giuliano.
Maitland and Western's Northern New South Wales NPL rivalry has kicked into high gear, still 6 months out from season 2015. 17-year-old Western Bears attacker Jai McKellar has confirmed he's leaving the pack next year after signing on the dotted line with the Magpies. Bears football manager Shane Johnson conceded it's been a bitter pill for the side to swallow, on top of losing 4 of its under-15 players to Maitland. The Newcastle Jets have soared into the W League top 4 following yesterday's whopping 5-1 victory over the Western Sydney Wanderers. The margin means the girls now leapfrog Canberra on goal difference, coming in 4th with 9 competition points. Catherine Reynolds, Georgia Yowman-Dale and captain Emily Van Egmond all added to the Jets' scoreline, while vice-captain Tara Andrews bagged a double. And Melbourne Cup plans for Newcastle Mayor Lucia Valentina have received a boost after her promising third in Saturday's Caulfield Cup. That's sport. I'm Sarah Giuliano.
2 in your RFM news time is 12:10.